Hi everyone, Boruto Eggs is back with another video. Today we'll see who wins between Isshiki and the cyborg siblings, Daemon and Eida. For this matchup, I will be using time-limited Isshiki, so the one that we saw fighting against Naruto, Sasuke and Boruto, not the one that was sneak attacked by Kaguya, and for Daemon and Eida, their current versions. Without wasting any more time and useless talk, let's begin with the power scaling part of the video. Isshiki Otsutsuki is by far the second strongest character in the Naruto/Boruto franchise, only behind Shibai Otsutsuki. The only character that was able to surpass Isshiki in strength was Naruto in his Baryon mode, but it was something brief and it didn't last long. Isshiki was in fact still able to outlast and pin Naruto down in the end. To understand how strong Isshiki really was, we need to scale adult Naruto and Sasuke first. Now, many people seem to believe that Naruto and Sasuke got actually weaker after all the events that happened during the Fourth Great Ninja War, but that's far from the truth. Naruto and Sasuke never really used their full arsenal of abilities because all of their opponents could absorb or shrink them, but in terms of attack potency and speed, they scale much higher than their teen versions. After Team 7 defeated Kaguya and saved the ninja world, Naruto got another half of Kurama and an arm made of Hashirama cells. Those two things increased his level of strength already, and not by a low margin. Sasuke, in the Naruto, the last time period, was stated by Kakashi to be his strongest student, meaning that Sasuke caught up to the amps Naruto got after the War Arc 2. It was stated once again in the guides that during the 2 years time skip from the War Arc, all the characters had gotten stronger, and in the picture is even shown Naruto, proving he himself got actually stronger too. Toneri was stated to have chakra similar to Kaguya, and he was even stated to be stronger than her. Naruto alone in the last novel and anime adaptation was shown to be able to fight and defeat that same Toneri who was stated to be stronger than Kaguya. So yeah, even after 2 years only Naruto and Sasuke got exponentially stronger than their War Arc counterparts. In the Sasuke Sunrise novel, which took place after the events of Naruto the Last, the narrator implied that Sasuke will be able to take on an existence greater than Kaguya by himself. That makes perfect sense, since Sasuke fought against Kaguya and he knew how strong she was. In the Naruto Ninja Storm for game, which is canon, 19 years old, Naruto and Sasuke were stated to possess the strongest Ugi, and it was stated the beauty of 3 times. That means Naruto's Raisin's Hurricane combined with Sasuke's Inferno style was stronger than Kaguya's expansive truth-seeking orb, since Hiritsu was considered an Ugi too. As you can see, there is already a mountain of evidence supporting the fact that just in their 19s, Naruto and Sasuke were way stronger than Kaguya, and then their 17s teen versions. Also, there is the whole narrative behind it, which is probably the most important thing. Kaguya decided to fuse herself with the 10 Tails and then kill her sons to take her chakra back because she feared momoshiki, Urashiki and Kinshiki. She was spamming the infinite Tsukiyomi on people of the earth continuously because she wanted to create an army of white Zetsus with the sole scope of helping her against the Otsutsuki trio. Also, Kaguya didn't fear the entire clan, but just Momoshiki, Kinshiki and Urashiki. And all the 4 different media we got confirmed that fact, her being scared of the clan is a big headcanon theory Kaguya fanboys always try to use, but it doesn't work. Kaguya feared them in their base forms, and we actually saw that adult Naruto and Sasuke got so strong as adults that they were handling the base forms of said Kaguya's threats with ease. Sasuke fought against Kinshiki, but he was holding back against him, since he was 1 versus 2 and he needed the chakra to open a portal in order to escape. Keep in mind, he opened a portal to get in Kaguya's dimension in the first place too. And yes, Sasuke, even while holding back, had the upper hand. On that fight, he was even able to cut Kinshiki's horn. Naruto, on the other hand, in his exchange against Momoshiki, could have deflected Momoshika's amped Bijou bomb as stated by Sasuke, but he absorbed the attack to defend everyone in the village, so Naruto got hurt and went KO thanks to that Bijou bomb. Later, we saw Momoshiki getting pressed by Darui and Gaara, who are not stronger than 6 parts Naruto. So yeah, in a 1 versus 1, Naruto and Sasuke could have easily defeated the base forms of Momoshiki and Kinshiki, which were already above Kaguya, reconfirming the fact that Naruto and Sasuke got stronger as adults. There are even other statements from V-Jump and data books that confirms their adult version are stronger. Arguing otherwise would mean that you are in denial at this point. Now, in order to understand how strong Isshiki really was, we need to go back in the story and look at him while he was in control of Jigen's body. Back in chapter 36, we saw Jigen spawning into the living room of Naruto's house via Kawaki's karma. Upon hearing that Jigen wanted to take Kawaki back, Naruto instantly tried to attack him, but Jigen instantly reacted to Naruto's assault, kicked him away, and impaled him with his chakra rods. Naruto even pointed out the fact that base Jigen was fast, and after pinning Naruto down, Jigen commented on how he didn't want to waste time by playing with Naruto, meaning he didn't really saw him as a threat, at least in base form. Keep in mind that those rods were insane. Naruto couldn't even move from the ground, had not Kurama helped him transforming into his 6 paths mode. Naruto, after having transformed, kicked base Jigen and sent him flying over the house. Jigen then got up, activated his karma, and decided to take the fight seriously since Naruto was getting in his way to take Kawaki back. After Jigen went into his karma version 1, Kawaki decided to go back with him because he knew he was much more stronger than Delta and Naruto wouldn't have survived with just some minor wounds if he fought against him. Naruto butted in once again, so Jigen decided to teleport Naruto into another dimension and leave him there, but Sasuke located their position and stopped Jigen from abandoning Naruto in that dimension. The three of them then started fighting and well, Jigen, just in his karma version 1, was overpowering them. Naruto rushed at Jigen with a Rasengan, but Jigen easily absorbed it, kicked Naruto and impaled him again with his black rods. Naruto, after receiving that kick, immediately stated that Jigen got incredible strength. Sasuke intervened and saved Naruto by kicking Jigen away. Sasuke tried to attack him with his sword, but Jigen blocked his attack easily and impaled him too with his black rods. You see, that's already insane if you think about it. Jigen was already so strong in just his base karma form that Naruto and Sasuke had to attack him simultaneously without letting him any openings, or else they would have lost in a 1 versus 1. After Naruto started to attack Jigen with his shadow clones, Sasuke was able to analyze the situation and he discovered Jigen's ability, which was shrinking matter, and himself with a jutsu called Sukuna Hikono. After Naruto and Sasuke discovered Jigen's ability, they tried to exploit his weakness by making him absorb a giant Rasengan while he was shrunken, so that Sasuke could reveal his position and kill him. However, Jigen was able to escape at the last second by teleporting away with his karma. After Naruto and Sasuke discovered his ability and almost ended him off, Jigen decided to go all out, so he entered in his karma version 2. Sasuke told Naruto that who they were facing was probably a new Otsutsuki, based on what he found before in the other dimension, where Kara kept the juvenile 10 tails. So they both decided to go all out against Jigen too, by pulling out their Kurama avatar and perfect Susanoo. Sasuke charged at Jigen with his Susanoo and tried to slash him, but Jigen dodged his attack effortlessly and even called Sasuke's Susanoo speed not that impressive. Jigen then dodged another slash from Sasuke's Susanoo, charged a kick and easily penetrated through that same Susanoo like it was butter with his kick. Naruto then intervened in order to help Sasuke, but it was the same as Sasuke for him. Jigen dodged every single attack Naruto threw at him from his Kurama avatar, impaled him, and then punched him out of his avatar effortlessly. The duo tried to put their remaining energies into a combined surprise attack with Sasuke's Amenoto Hikara, but Jigen was still able to defend himself at the last moment, and then he knocked them down and won the fight. To put that into perspective, just in his Karma version 1, Jigen was already stronger than Naruto and Sasuke. If taken singularly, in his Karma version 2, they were no match for Jigen. Keep in mind that Jigen was just a defective vessel who was containing a large chunk of Ishiki's power. Jigen as a vessel was so weak that after his short fight against Naruto and Sasuke, his core started cracking and he had barely any strength left to seal Naruto. After sealing Naruto, his body literally fell down and he could do nothing other than retreating. Amada later in the story portrayed Kara alongside Kashin Koji and they started to actuate their plan to kill Jigen. Kashin Koji was able to burn the nerfed Jigen to death, and then Isshiki Otsutsuki finally made his first appearance. The moment Isshiki appeared, we immediately got an interesting statement from Koji Kashin. Koji said that Ishiki's power was on a totally different level than when he was Jigen. In the anime summary of episode 214, it was stated that Isshiki was the greatest and strongest enemy at that point of the show. The moments before Isshiki invaded the village, we got another statement from Boruto, this time, that remarked the fact that Jigen and Isshiki are indeed on different levels of power. It was noted once again, but by Sasuke this time, and indirectly, that Isshiki was indeed on another class compared to Jigen. Boruto, thanks to his karma, was able to teleport Isshiki into another dimension where Naruto and Sasuke could fight freely without devastating the village. The fight between Isshiki versus Naruto and Sasuke then started. Isshiki ran towards Boruto and grabbed him before base Naruto could even react. Sasuke was able to follow him up thanks to his Sharingan, but it was all futile since Isshiki blocked his Chidori with just one hand and sent him flying with a common kick. By the way, mid-fight, we got another statement that differentiated the power between Isshiki and Jigen. Naruto then charged at Isshiki and tried to assault him with his chakra hands, but it was all in vain. Isshiki dodged all of his blows and kneed him on his back. Naruto and Sasuke tried a combined attack. They were able to grab Isshiki, but he instantly spawned cubes from his Daikokuten dimension and separated the two of them. Isshiki attacked Sasuke. Sasuke was able to react to his attack and block his staff, but Isshiki shrunken his sword and smashed him on the ground with his staff. Now there is something important to keep in mind for later in the video. Even if Naruto and Sasuke were weaker than Jigen, they could still keep up in speed with Isshiki, the stronger version of Jigen. Don't forget that, we'll come back to that point later on. Another important thing to keep in mind for later is the fact that Ishiki's attacks weren't enough to instantly kill Naruto and Sasuke. Their defense was still high enough to take some of his attacks without dying. Like, Sasuke was used as a surfing table, and then he got squashed by 5 of Ishiki's cubes, but some pages later, he was already up without any fatal injury. In order to defeat this otherworldly enemy, Naruto and Kurama used the Baryon mode, a form in which their chakras were used and consumed as raw materials to create a new form of energy. In this new form, Naruto was overwhelming Isshiki after a brief exchange of punches. Sasuke already stated that Naruto was actually beating Isshiki. Kurama even stated that in Baryon mode, Naruto's strength was exceeding the one of Isshiki, but they opted to shave off his remaining life force since Isshiki was still too durable to be taken down by this new form. Like Kurama said, the drawbacks were too great. Baryon mode, Naruto was stronger than Isshiki, but the form ran out too fast, and Isshiki was able to outlast Naruto in the end. However, with the efforts of Sasuke and Kawaki combined, they were able to stall time, and in the Isshiki was outplayed and defeated by Kawaki. The Isshiki is part of the video end here for now. Let's see how the cyborg siblings will hold up against him. After the death of Isshiki Otsutsuki, Amada told Naruto and Shikamaru that there was a last remaining member of Kara, who was called Code. Code was a kid who survived Jigen's experiments like Kawaki, but instead of getting the black karma, he got a white one. That white karma couldn't make Code a vessel for Isshiki, but it still retained the capacity of being a weapon. Amada said that Code's power after receiving the karma exceeded even the one of Jigen. That's why he had limiters on in the first place. Instead of being disposed like the other stronger than Jigen cyborgs that Amada created, Code was kept alive thanks to his loyalty to Jigen and by the fact that he let himself be weakened by limiters in order to not undermine Jigen's position as the leader of Kara. However, let's listen to what I've said once again. Amada was able to create several cyborgs that greatly surpassed Jigen's strength. And who were 2 of those cyborgs? Eida and Daemon. In the same chapter that Amada made that statement, we saw Code in search of one of these cyborgs, Eida. Code verbatim stated that she's one of the stronger than Jigen cyborgs that Boro should have disposed of, but he didn't. As you can see in the chapter later, it was reconfirmed the fact that she was indeed of those cyborgs that should have been disposed of since they were a threat to Jigen. So there are no excuses, Eida and Daemon are on that level. In an advertisement page of Boruto chapter 57 from the Shonen Jump magazine, it was stated multiple times that Eida was an enemy more powerful than Isshiki. But take that as you will, since it's not an information that came from the author directly and contradicts what was stated in the manga. Now, Eida's ability not working against Otsutsuki's, in this case Isshiki, is not a big deal. Amada created her to take down Jigen. Her ability doesn't work on him. So that would mean her physical strength alone was enough to beat Jigen up without the use of her charm. Even if she's stronger than Jigen, Eida explicitly said that she's not a good fighter overall and that she just knows simple taijutsu. However, that doesn't stop her from being overpowered, since Jigen with a basic kick was able to phase through Sasuke's perfect Susanoo. But Eida feared Carmela's Kawaki strength. Why would Amada create a cyborg weaker than base Kawaki for taking down Jigen? It literally makes zero sense whatsoever. Especially when Amada created her by using Shibai's DNA, the DNA of the absolute strongest being in the verse. And especially when without Shibai's DNA, Amada was able to create Delta, a cyborg that could keep up with adult 6 paths Naruto. But maybe Amada meant that Eida could take down Jigen if she used her omnipotence, and not necessarily that she was stronger than him physically. Wrong. It has been stated by Momoshiki that Amada didn't even know what omnipotence was, and that Eida can't even control that power alone. In fact, she needed Kawaki's help to use it. A genius like Amada wouldn't rely on an unreliable ability to take down Jigen, especially in a one-in-a-lifetime chance to do so. Eida being physically stronger than Jigen was confirmed once again. So at this point, stop saying or thinking otherwise. I think I gave enough evidence to prove so. Now on to Daemon, and it's pretty simple. He's another one of the stronger than Jigen cyborgs that were meant to be scrapped. However, with Daemon we can use his feats since he had an actual fight against Limitless Code. Now, as we saw before, Code without his limiters is so powerful that he could have overtaken Jigen as the leader of Kara, meaning that he should be a fairly amount stronger than him. And what did Daemon do to him? He completely overwhelmed Code with just basic taijutsu. He didn't even need to touch him in order to use his reflection. One punch, double kick, and another kick and Code was already KO. Also yeah, Code being stronger than Jigen is not just a random statement, since Daemon pretty much reconfirmed that after his fight against Code. Now, we saw that Isshiki is stronger than the cyborg duo, since Eida and Daemon are just above the likes of Jigen and not Isshiki himself. But can they put up a fight against him, or even win? My answer is yes. And now I'm going to tell you why. I want to make this clear first. Isshiki is stronger than them. But in terms of speed, there wouldn't be a blitz for neither of the two parts. Do you remember what I said before? Even if Naruto and Sasuke were weaker than Jigen, they could still keep up in speed with both Jigen and Isshiki, meaning Eida and Daemon would have no problems in regards of speed. This matchup is pretty much decided by their abilities. Slash, Hacks, and Eida and Daemon have a massive advantage in that regard. Don't get me wrong, Ishiki's Damagen is one of the most broken Dojutsu that we've seen in the entire Naruto franchise, but against Eida and Daemon, it's kinda useless. Eida and Daemon are no ninjas. The ability to shrink matter would be useless against them, as well as the Daiko Kuden, since they have the speed to dodge his black rods, cubes, columns, or whatever Isshiki decides to throw at them. Yes, Eida's charm wouldn't work on Isshiki, and her full usage of the omnipotence too, since Isshiki is an Otsutsuki. However, she's still a strong combatant that would support Daemon in this match. The key to this matchup is Daemon's reflection, which this time has no limitations against Otsutsukas nor blood relatives. Daemon just needs to touch Eida, and Ishiki's intent of killing Daemon would be reflected back at him. The only way I see Isshiki winning this is if he immediately teleport Daemon into another dimension and kills Eida first, so that Daemon would have no one to touch when Isshiki is finished killing her. But the problem in this is the fact that, as I proved before, Daemon and Eida can keep up in speed with Isshiki, so Daemon would just jump on Eida at the beginning of the fight. Also, Isshiki has no absolute way of knowing what Daemon's ability is in order to do so. So yeah, the cyborg siblings would actually win pretty easily this matchup, even if in 1 versus 1 they are weaker than Isshiki, together they outmax him pretty badly. Isshiki shrinking himself wouldn't help him either, because as we saw with Baryon Mode Naruto, you can still react to microscopic objects if you are strong and fast enough. Also, I'm pretty sure Daemon would be able to hold his own even in a taijutsu battle against Isshiki, considering that he destroy Limitless Code, someone way stronger than Jigen with just 1 punch and few kicks. We never even saw the full potential of the cyborg siblings yet, but yeah, they can already give a fight to Isshiki and eventually beat him if they work together for now. Anyways, thanks for watching, subscribe, like, comment, and share for more longer videos like this one. See you next time, peace.